What's up, kids? So I wanted to do a vlog about expectations and letting go of things, letting go of situations. The reason I wanted to do it was because I think I'm in that place right now. This material is going to be the best used for anybody, hopefully out there, if I'm honest about situations. So, right now I'm sitting in a hotel room. It's 8:30 at night, not too much going on, ready to go home, ready to go back to work and go back to my life and all that. But I'm a little bit like, I'm in a weird place because of expectation and your like reluctance as a human being to let go of situations. So, first of all, with expectation, everybody's guilty of it. It's like the hardest, I think it's the hardest thing not to do, because anything you're excited about, anything that you look forward to, you're always going to be, there's always like a little bit of expectation going along with it, and you always want to, just hope for the best. And even like what I found myself doing is, even when I think that I'm not expecting, there's a little part of me that's still expecting something. You still expect a certain outcome, or an outcome which is not exactly what you expect, but it's still kind of along the lines of, what you're hoping for. So if there's any way at all that you can get rid of that, then for sure you're going to lead a way happier life. You're going to just, not be so stuck on something working out or something not working out. If something doesn't work out, don't be too upset about it, and don't let that ever stop you from trying, because the whole point of life is to try things, is just to, as far as I can see, I mean, I'm not an expert. I'm still learning every day like you guys, but to me, the whole point of life is trying things and trying to see what you can do, and how you can be the best that you can be, and how you can, bring love and happiness to other people, and just literally enjoy yourself. So yeah, so as far as expectation goes, just I don't actually, this is one vlog where I don't actually have any specific tips on that, because I'm still trying to figure it out. But it's literally advice. If anybody is looking this up, or anybody stumbles on this, it's just good to remember in the back of your head that expectation always leads to displeasure, because when something doesn't go the way that you think it's going to be, there's no other outcome apart from pain in your, in your mind or in your feelings. Like, you're going to be upset about something. So if you can let go of that, then that's great. And then the other part was letting go. And letting go just means, letting go of situations, good and bad, accepting how things flow in your life. The crazy thing is that, for example, me, like, I've read all these books, I've, done all these things like meditation, all these kinds of things that, I've kind of like experienced all these different things that have helped me figure out what leads to actual happiness, what leads to just having a happy life, being content, being happy with yourself, being happy with, just the way you lead your life, right? When you think of those things, actually all the answers are super simple. Everything is in your control, But for one reason or another, like, as human beings, we tend to like sabotage ourselves, and tend to not want to let go of situations that we know are bad for us. And it just, I think it all just comes back down to yourself. But what I would say is that if you can just be aware of these things, of these principles, then you will lead a much happier life. It's just being aware of it, being aware of your train of thought, being aware of the way that you talk to yourself, the way that the things that you say to yourself. Like, if a situation is ending and you don't want it to end, just be aware of the things that you're saying about yourself, to yourself, in your head. Remember to be kind to yourself. It doesn't mean you have to be like cheesy and, like, oh, I'm so amazing. It's not like that, but it's more like being realistic, and noticing that if you are being hard on yourself, maybe you're being too hard on yourself, and why would you deserve that? Why would you want to make your life harder? Same thing with back to expectation. Is just, you may expect something, but don't beat yourself up over it if it doesn't happen. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I believe that there's a reason for everything. Sometimes timing is not great. Just because something doesn't happen in that instance does not mean in any way that it's not going to happen ever. So remember that, because I find that thought pretty comforting, because it's totally true. It's not a lie. One person can think one thing one day, the next day they're totally different. I mean, a lot of things, other factors happen in life where it's just like you have absolutely no control over them, but it changes the way people see things, including yourself. You look at, I'm sure there's been lots of situations in your lives where you've kind of looked at things one way before, and then you've looked at them differently. So if something doesn't work out the way that you wanted to in that instance, just remember to be patient, and remember to just live your life and do you, and do the best you can do, but don't beat yourself up over it, because it's just not worth it. And the more you can practice letting go of small things on a daily basis that are easier to let go of than the bigger things, then when it comes to the bigger things, you'll be in a better position to really like accept them more easily. Well, I don't think it'll ever be super simple, and nobody is going to be just going to sit here and say that letting go of something that you really wanted, or something that you know you really worked hard for, or whatever, is going to be easy. But if you can do it, then that's great. So those are just a couple of things I wanted to touch on. I mean, I'm kind of in that place right now. Like I said, I'm thinking about both of those things, just the way we look at things, the way we expect things, and the effects that has on the way we feel after, when we don't get what we wanted or what we expected. And then moving on, just letting go of stuff, trying to make choices that are better for yourself. I personally feel like it's constant adjustment for me anyway. It's constant adjustment in the sense that, you know, like you just have to keep thinking and keep being reminded of all these principles, because if you forget them, then that's when you get lost, and then you get lost in your thoughts, and you get lost in the negative thoughts, and it just becomes a downward spiral. So it's kind of like you just have to keep thinking about all these different principles and being reminded, and adjust yourself, watch how you act with yourself, how you treat yourself and others, but just definitely yourself. Like, how do you treat yourself? How do you talk to yourself? Do you make yourself feel good on a daily basis? Everybody deserves that chance. You deserve that. You deserve to put yourself in the best position that you can, because the truth is nobody else can do it for you. It's just you. So aim to let go of expectations, and let go generally, generally of let go as far as, just accepting the way life is supposed to flow. Your life is meant to go in a certain way. Um, that doesn't mean sit back and just watch it happen, but it means always try your best. And once you've tried your best, understand that there's things that you cannot control that go around those things. So once you accept that you cannot control every situation, you're going to start letting go of things a little bit easier.